What's up, Sagittarius? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. And if you are new to my channel, I do things a little differently here. I combine the tarot with my channeling and universal law of assumption, manifesting consciousness to look into your situation with a specific person, the person on your mind, the dynamic, and actually help you to like refocus, tweak it, shift it should you wish to. So if that is your bag, then you can stick with me. And now we're going to look into Saggy, the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them, and a projected potential? And I say that because why? All potentials exist. Universal law of assumption, creation is finished. Everything exists all at once in this very given moment through consciousness. Your desires are absolutely meant for you. You can have anyone or any version of anyone you want. Everyone is you pushed out. If you want to manifest this differently, it just requires a shift in your state of consciousness, your identity, the version of Saggy you're being, and a selection or reselection of the connection through your dominant thoughts and assumptions, pushed out, projected outwards. Circumstances and conditions do not matter. I don't care what they are, guys. And also I've done a whole course on this, Shifted, and we're having a pre-Black Friday sale. So the link is in the description box of the video if you want to check it out. I take you through everything to do with conscious manifesting and manifesting an SP. And I also have a special pricing for the sale. And also we have a special bonus free challenge for you guys on how to deal with 3D circumstances, why they don't matter, and to help you maintain like your state and the preferred reality that you're manifesting. Okay, so check it out if you'd like to. All right, Saggy, the person on your mind, Six of Swords. So moving things into a smoother direction. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Some of you have had some erratic kind of communication with this person, but they want to move things in a better direction. You could have been connected to this person for a while. Knight of Pentacles is like years. It's a slow and steady energy. We've got the Chariot card. Some of you with that Six of Swords and the Chariot card, there's been some travel going on or something, but this would be about moving things in a smoother direction as well, like perseverance towards happiness and joy, Saggy. And then Three of Wands. Okay, direction forward, future vision. Okay, expansion. Now there's been a bit of waiting. Okay, so when I say that with that Knight of Pentacles, you've been connected to each other for a while. Maybe there's been a little bit of this kind of, well, what's the direction kind of forward? Can we like move this in a smoother direction? The Knight of Swords, as I saw before, it could be things get a little erratic or reactive. Let's have a look. Queen of Wands. It's in the reverse, Saggy, so maybe you get a bit reactive, not giving you shit at all, okay, guys, because really it's just a momentary check-in. But Queen of Wands in the reverse can be a little, like, you know, annoyed. I'm trying to pick my words carefully. It's like the not that you're mean girl and the mean guy of the tarot, because it's the shadow energy, because there's like confusion here, all right, or like emotional turbulence. So let's have a look at this Three of Wands and see what's going on, okay? The Two of Swords, yeah, a little bit of indecision and stuckness. I mean, the confusion could be something to do with like persevere, or, you know, what's going on, like, you know, which way forward kind of thing, especially if you've like also had some distance, like physical distance with that Chariot card and the Six of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Something between the two of you where it's like, the cups tend to get turned off, and it might have something to do with the way in which you're like reacting with one another, the communication, or it could feel confusing sometimes, like, you know, are we communicating well? At least it appears confusing, or there's a sense of indecision on the way forward. Nine of Pentacles is here, so the Devil card's in the reverse. I mean, Saggy, it looks to me like, you know, some of you might have some reactivity to one another, wondering whether or not there are other cups around, questions around that, because Devil card can be temptation, and Nine of Pentacles is like single and available energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's a fact, but there might be sort of this whole thing, like if it's not clear, there might be reactivity, like there might be some jealousy issues or something like that. I mean, you know, the Devil card's also a lot of attraction and desire. but it's in the reverse. So it's like maybe it's about letting go of all this confusion, muddled energy, reactivity to one another. I mean, there seems to have been in the recent perceived past or in your connection, the dynamic. I'm just going to point it out, like, because everything exists now, guys, we can shift in a moment, but a little bit of an ego clash. Okay, let me see what this Devil card in the reverse is. The Fool, the Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you, Sag, it's somewhere between like, you know, are we going to really go for it and be solid and committed to this situation? It's a little confusing. Or the Nine of Pentacles is self-focused energy. So, you know, that could be like, what is this? Are we moving ahead into something more serious? Or even if, Sag, you know, there's just sort of this energy of, you know, confusion or mixed signals. This person seems to be with the Fool card and the Ace of Pentacles, like, are we going to renew this? Like, can we really stabilize this energy? Ace of Pentacles, like a new start. And the Fool card could also be about a relocation, right? Like if you're thinking about like the distance factor that causes a lot of mixed feelings or confusion or stuckness. Something just, you know, mistrusting the Knight of Cups, like that's the emotion, you know, like the romance and stuff. And so maybe that creates a lot of fear, the Devil card, like not trusting in the situation, not trusting in the cup that's being offered. I mean, let me have a look at this Devil card. Yeah, Four of Wands. Okay, so that's house and home, and that is stability, that's commitment. So one more on this Devil card in the reverse, and I will get Oracle cards, but more important is going to be your side of the street, Sag, okay? So we've got Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's all this like fear, or some of you have had a little bit of a toxic kind of communication dynamic or confused mixed signals with one another around like feeling like effort's not really being put into the situation. That might create, because this is also illusions, guys. It might create a lot of fears around like, are you really committed to this? Are you really, how do you really feel about me? You know, like one more on the Fool. Yeah, King of Pentacles in the reverse. There's something, okay, for some of you, you know, this is an issue of like, okay, are we committed to this or not? And there's questions here maybe around like, and I'm not saying it to be loaded, okay, please, guys, and don't take parts of stories that are not yours. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm reading energy. There's some kind of a thing of like, are you being loyal to the situation? And again, that could be illusion, okay? Someone like Nine of Pentacles could just be a bit of a self-focused energy. It could be a career energy, but this sort of fear aspect of the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles is like, are you tempted by other things? Or it could also be, you know, this kind of toxic thing between the two of you of like ego clashes, like, you know, who's putting effort into the situation? Like, are we going for this? And the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's get one more on that. Let me see. Ten of Swords, Two of Wands. It's just very, you know, Ten of Swords. That is like a 10 card, but it seems to be that there's like a theme of, like, are you loyal to this situation? Okay, Two of Wands and Crossroads energy. So, and that might literally just be mixed signals, not being on, like, not being very open, being a bit stuck. Which way is this going? You know, maybe there's this feeling of like, are you tempted by other, you know, things, situations, people, other cups, you know, Nine of Cups or overindulgence, self-focus and overindulgence, Nine of Cups with the Devil. Some of you are dealing with a situation where, you know, there's temptations just with like having too much fun and not really putting effort into the connection and the stability of the connection. That's Four of Wands. So let me get a little bit more on you, Sag. The Sun card is joy and happiness. So if I were to read it, because again, Sag, we can tweak this in a moment, but like if I were to read it on this side, it just seems to be like, okay, look, Chariot card, perseverance. There's been a lot of waiting to see how things play out. Things tend to get a bit stagnant. It looks to be like there's been some mixed energy between the two of you and like not necessarily trusting this 100%. Fears around loyalty and commitment, because Ten of Swords can be, you know, feeling like, are you betraying me? But I'm careful with the words. Is it actual betrayal? Because I don't know, Two of Wands. It could be cycles that you have where you just question the connection or the direction forward. And I'm sticking to how I channel at the beginning, the Knight of Swords, so it could be erratic and it could be reactivity. Some of you, when you drink with this person or hang out, you might get a bit erratic with this person. I don't know. How do you feel, Sag? Two of Cups, okay? So, and then Page of Swords. There's observation energy. So maybe you kind of like check each other out all the time to see, like, are you being solid with me? It could be a mutual distrust, guys, but all you need to do, Sag, is turn your distrust into trust and security, and you'll get, and we're not trying to change any of like what was perceived before. We're just changing self identity and then shifting our thoughts and our focus about the person. If some of you, if you feel that this person is not 100% committed, like that's your theme or that's your issue, and you do want them, guys, you would just need to be like, no, we're solid. Like, they're so committed to me. We're perfect. If your issue is distance and stuff, and the question now is, it's stuck because like somewhere between, are we going to like move in together, house and home, etc., or like not, and it's frustrating. Okay, and then that causes a lot of confusion and mixed signals about the way forward. Then you would just be like, well, I'm their everything, or you could go to your end, be like, no, we're moving in together, or no, we live together, or no, we have a perfect relationship. 4 of Wands can also be marriage. You'd be like, no, we're getting married. I'm all they want. I'm their main focus. Okay. That's going to the end, living in the end, thinking from the end, which exists in the now, guys. Everything exists in the now. So all the pieces move around for you. We've got 4 of Swords. So there's this sort of like, things might get paused. And then we have Ace of Wands, but then there's attraction and chemistry. Page of Swords and in the reverse, and then 5 of Wands. There's this sense of like clashing and tension, maybe around, is there competition? And there may or may not be, but I'll get oracles on it, guys. If you feel like you have to compete, say there is no competition in my world, guys, literally in your own little world, there's only competition if you perceive competition. There's only third parties if you perceive it. If you haven't even, if it has not materialized and it's a fear, then you need to get rid of it. If you feel like you just have to compete because this person overindulges and doesn't put effort in, it's also like a third party. You're not a priority, you're not chosen, you're not whatever. No, I am that I am. I'm Sag. I am the center of my world. I'm the king or queen of my reality. They totally choose me. I'm all they think about. I'm all they care about, literally. We've got Knight of Cups in the reverse from a different deck. You're mutually not trusting the cup that's on offer. Okay? High Priestess is in the reverse. Temperance is in the reverse. Justice card's in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles is in the upright. I know there's a lot of reversals, guys, but anyone that watches me regularly knows that I read correct. Like, it comes out for a reason. So the issue here is that some of you might feel like there's trust issues here. There's a feeling of like, are you keeping things from me? High Priestess, it's in the reverse. Temperance card is losing patience with one another. Around 10 of Pentacles, the future vision, house and home. Justice card in the reverse, it could be, because I did say that 10 of Swords can feel a little like betrayal. I do it like that because it's going to mean something different to each of you guys. So no one's telling you like, this person betrayed you. It's like, okay, some of you, because Justice card in reverse is like something feels unfair. So that can also be coming down to, are you putting the effort in? Are you tempted by other people? Can I trust you? Knight of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. What's this? High Priestess in the reverse. See, 3 of Swords in the reverse. And then we've got 9 of Cups. You both have 9 of Cups. And then we have 5 of Wands. It's something to do with like overindulgence, hurt feelings around that. Are you like not trusting? 3 of Swords in the reverse is like there's just hurt feelings. Sometimes maybe it gets cold, or you give each other the silent treatment because you clash and you think that there's other energies around, or temptations or something like that, or feeling like you need to compete. One more. Sorry, I know it sounds like a really negative reading, guys, but it's not. Nothing is, and it's literally just a check-in. The 6 of Cups is in the reverse, and then we have a Queen of Cups, Sag, and then we have Hierophant card. So Sag, house and home, commitments, traditional values. I mean, you know, for some of you, you feel like there's a clash, you feel like it's been a little unfair, or you feel like this person is overindulgent and maybe not as focused on you, or you've had clashes. Some of you have clashes around your values and like what you want from one another, okay? The Justice card in the reverse, I just need another one, okay? Yeah, the Judgment card. I mean, some of you, it's just like, again, there could be this sort of feeling of like, are we on the same page? The Justice card in the reverse would just be like, okay, something needs to maybe be made right, and feeling like things are not just and not fair. And I mean, one more on this High Priestess and the Three of Swords. Three of Pentacles. It's coming down to, are we cooperating with one another? And look at this, we've got a King of Wands in the reverse. You're both mutually feeling like you're in the shadow of the King and Queen of Wands, which, by the way, in the upright is like you're actually counterparts. But in the reverse, you're both in shadow. So you both might mutually feel the other is tempted or, you know, playing around. And this is like Three of Swords in the reverse. So not really like, are we on the same page? And this Six of Cups in the reverse, Sag. So if this is kind of a theme where you have trust issues, okay, and you feel like people you question, then it might be something that is going on back and forth, because you might have had loss like that before. Okay, Six of Cups in the reverse to the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is lost, spilt cups. There also might just be, and Judgment card in the reverse is a feeling of like indecision between the two of you, that might be causing this issue, like not feeling like the connection's being chosen. Judgment card in the reverse also could literally be the way you communicate. It's a shadow Judgment card. It could be like you're judgmental with one another. We have both full card next to each other. Are we taking the leap of faith for Ace of Cups, a new love beginning, with the Seven of Swords, trust issues? Or avoiding saying what's what to straighten things out and cooperate and be on the same page? I mean, the High Priestess could just be mystery. So you want to get to the end of the mystery of like, where is this going? So why don't you decide what you want, Sag, and say where it's going? Like, part of you also, you know, you want to take the leap. You want this new start, or to reinvigorate the love, because the Knight of Cups in the reverse on both ends means like somehow you mutually, and the King of Wands and the King and Queen of Wands in reverse, you're both kind of mutually not trusting it. So Sag, disconnect from this if you want it, guys. So please, you can have 2.0, but we don't need to manipulate or change any version of a person. There's no one to change but self. So then you need to be like, example I gave you, I'm Sag, there's no competition, this person's crazy about me. And then you've got to be like, okay, there's no, they're so loyal, they're so loving. If you're waiting on some kind of a decision on the way forward, you decide how you want it and stick to your end with persistence, no matter what. 3D circumstances, let the outside catch up to you. You've already shifted from the decision to state of being, consciousness. So check out my link in the description box of the video if you want to see and join Shifted, because we are going to do that free challenge as well. That's included in the course, and it's an added bonus, and it's like how to deal with 3D circumstances. But Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords, you know, some of you, like, yeah, in your past you've had betrayal or trust issues, and so now this might be a theme. I mean, Temperance card in the reverse, if I were to like give you the spiritual meaning, it's sort of like an unhealed thing. So let's make you the healed version. Up to you what you want to do, Sag, but Queen of Cups is here. So you do feel emotion for this person. And Hierophant card is about commitment. I mean, one more, and there's a Knight of Pentacles. You've been connected to this person a long time, and you want to come unstuck. Two of Swords. They've got a Two of Swords. They might be waiting, feeling like you're not really decisive about them, just playing devil's advocate, okay? Now we decide how they show up, guys, for real, okay? I think there's a brilliant video that Sammy Ingram once did. It's like, tell them what to do. And you're not being manipulative. You're literally feeding people scripts unconsciously, moment by moment by moment, guys. You can check out any of my other content where I talk about this. But you are, you know, if you're waiting on this person, they seem to be waiting and feeling confused as well. So this could be a tit for tat game, guys. So let's break the cycle, literally, the world cycles. Okay, come unstuck. If you want to decide, okay, look, maybe some of you are indecisive if this is what you want, that's okay. But you can also still, if you're still dealing with them, you can still decide, no, they're like this, okay? Because if you're frustrated by this cycle, there's something about cooperation. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same team? It causes hurt feelings, trust issues there. Yeah, I know that that's not like wow, a fluffy reading, but like it's so changeable moment by moment. We've got Aquarius energy, Scorpio energy, Taurus energy, Libra energy, Pisces energy, Sag energy. Yeah, the Three of Swords in the reverse also is like letting go of heartache, maybe in relation to third parties. I mean, that could be your history because we've got this Six of Cups, so you might be trying to let go of that, like trust issues and suspicion that you have. And you might be feeling Knight of Pentacles, that this is like, you might question, this is slow and steady to get to like the ultimate goal with this particular person, and feeling frustrated about whether you're on the same page or on the same team. So then you can recreate the situation through the mind, through imagination. Or maybe you had in the past people you were committed to for a while, but they left you feeling like you can't really trust, you know? I don't know, Sag, sorry for jumping around. Here we have Leo energy, double Leo, Cancer, Capricorn. Okay, there's something about you both, like, can we leap? Are we going to take the leap? It's at a Two of Wands, okay? And only in this check-in, so who cares? Don't be like spooked that what if it doesn't work out? It's not, you can decide. You're manifesting everything. But like, there's something about, can we take the leap to go for it? Maybe you both feel like it's a risk because there seems to be something to do with trust. So anyway, let me just see what this person wants with these. Okay. Teddy bear. You know what? That is like the Knight of Cups. It says, you know, romance, flirting, interested in you. So that's like this Knight of Cups energy, okay? But it's in the reverse. So you're both kind of not really trusting. Then we have, didn't I say watching? There might be this obsession with like, are you messing around or something like that? It says watching, looking, perception, stalking. Okay, what else? Because what did I tell you? It says options, strung along. I mean, I didn't even know if I saw other people, but this might be the assumption, key on a ring. It also says unconventional. So some of you, there might just be a clash where it's like there's not, it's like someone wants one thing and the other person wants another, in terms of like someone's very traditional, they want like the marriage and all of that, and another person's not so traditional or conventional. Now, Sag, sorry, it's not manipulation, and there are plenty of examples of people that have manifested exactly the version of the connection no matter what. So it's like, no, we're on the same page, literally. We're on the same page. They want the same thing as me. Or if you make the traditions and all that sort of stuff like a big deal, well, then that is the big deal. Or you could be like, no, it's not, it's a non-issue. Because whatever you focus on grows. It's all through you, okay? It says stop the pattern, guys. It also says silent treatment. There's a bit of a tit for tat thing going on, and I actually think it's a mutual assumption from both of you that you're, like I said, King and Queen of Wands in the reverse. You might try to make each other jealous. It might not even be founded. That's what I'm saying. So unless you're like aware that there's issues to do with loyalty, which in any case, guys, if you want to shift it, you can. But if you're just like paranoid about it, then just take your fucking awareness off it by shifting your identity. No, that would never happen to me. Of course they're fucking loyal to me. Of course I'm the only option. Now we do have love call, expressing love, messages of love. And this says cycles and taking time with love. I mean, this has been going on for a while, Sag. So if you want to shift the pattern, at least going on for a while on this timeline, guys, but it's like you can shift the pattern from like moment by moment. It's only through awareness, okay? So just, you can stop the pattern. You can make the decision, no, it's going to be like this from now on. This is how it is. All right, guys, I mean, I hope that resonated for some of you, or in essence guided some of you. I mean, they're not like gone, they're communicating with you, and I think that the cards are pretty accurate just for this moment. And I've given you enough, like, you know, tips on how to move forward from this moment. Rewrite however you like it. I hope in essence, like, that was helpful. And you can check out my pre-Black Friday sale for Shifted if you want to go deeper. And I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will check in with you in 2 weeks' time.